Alright, what we're going to do is make potatoes, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to peel these suckers. So I want you to see 2 potatoes. I should have bought one of these. It would have been much easier for my video. But the reason I didn't do that is because if you look, I don't know if you can see this amazing fortune cookie thing says people are waiting for clues from you. And when I saw that, I thought everybody wants me to teach them how to peel potatoes. So what you've got here is, what I've got here, what you're going to have here, 2 potatoes. You can do this, I'm using russet potatoes, these big mucho grande El Potato Tito's here. And you want to clean them, unless you like to eat dirty food. So I'm just going to scrub them a little bit in the sink. Not too much. So I want to show you how to remove these peels after you boil them. It's a nice little secret that nobody in the world in the cooking industry knows but me. So just a little bit of scrubbing. Get the, ow, that water is hot. Okay, that was hot. Check out this impressive video. I learned what I was doing is the camera was too close to the edge and it kept on showing my waist. And nobody wants to see my waist or my jeans. They want to see what I'm doing. So I moved the camera in. Okay, so I've got the potatoes cleaned. What I'm going to do now is, you don't want to use hot water when you boil potatoes. Why? I don't know. Maybe because they want you to waste a lot of water heating it up. They want you to waste the energy, so you waste the cold water, and then you waste the energy. You want to get enough water in there so the potatoes are covered. And I know you believe me, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the camera, because a good video person always shows what they're doing. So, potatoes covered. Can I lift this thing with one hand without breaking? No, I can't. Okay, so hold on a minute. Yeah, I thought this would be really awesome to turn on the heat. Maybe I can slow motion this thing in the video, which would look really cool. So let's turn on the heat. That should look really cool in the video. I'm going to slow motion this down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on a high heat, and I'm going to boil El potatoes. And I don't really know how long I need to boil this for. What you want to do, probably like at least 10 to 15 minutes. I know that's a lot of gas and energy just to boil 2 potatoes. But you want to boil it until the fork sinks into the potato without a lot of force, a lot of pressure. So you want the potato to be soft, well cooked, but not mushy. So that's the first step now, is get these potatoes in the heat, boil it, and start cooking. So when the water starts boiling, I'll come back. Maybe I'll slow motion that. That will look really cool, watching boiling water. Woo, baby! Okay, as you can see, the potatoes are sitting in the water. You can see the water is starting to heat up. This might look really cool, slow motion. So, gotta have fun when you're doing these videos. Water boils at 212 degrees. What I'm going to do is boil this water. As I said, heat the water up and let it boil for maybe 10-15 minutes. I shouldn't have to go 20. There's only 2 potatoes in here. So somewhere after about 10 minutes, I'm going to check the potatoes with a fork. I'm going to dig the fork in there, and if it doesn't want to go in easily, then I will keep cooking. And the way to remove these peels, you don't want to do it when the potato is 212 degrees, because you will burn your hands, and then you'll end up in the ER with burned hands, and that won't be a good thing. So after these potatoes are cooked, I will let the water cool down for probably 5 minutes or so. Let's see, 212 degrees, 5 minutes. Yeah, it should drop down to about 112 degrees. It should drop 100 degrees in 5 minutes. Not. So after after these are cooked, I'm going to take the 2 potatoes and I'm going to remove them from the water because the water is going to be mucho hot. And I'm going to take these potatoes and I'm going to put them on a plate. Put them on a plate for a few minutes, for probably 5 minutes, let them cool down. And then I'm going to show you how you can easily remove the peel on these without a big hassle. Okay, let's watch this water build up a boil a little bit. I'm going to zoom in over here for slow motion time. Alright, camera's back on so we can watch in slow motion what it looks like to see some boiling water. So, get out of the way of the light, and I'm going to let this build up its boil, and Alright, this thing has been, I've got the timer on 13, I set it on 13 minutes. So, at 13 minutes, the water's boiling away pretty good right now. Water's still covered over the potatoes, which is good, so they will completely cook evenly. So, we got another 7.5 minutes, and when I hit that point, I will put a fork in the potatoes, see if they're soft. I don't think you really need to see that part of it. And then I will continue showing you how to remove the peel easily. Okay, 18 minutes right now. This thing's been cooking for 18 minutes. When I put the fork in there at 13 minutes, it was not able to even penetrate the skin of the potato too well. So I ended up going to 18 minutes, and I'm probably going to go to 20 minutes, and then I'm going to stop. I don't want to overcook this thing and have a mushy potato. Water is boiling, boiling hot. And so I'm going to shut this thing off now, and then I'm going to go straight over to some slow motion boiling, because I know that's exciting. And let's turn up the heat a little bit. Holy crap, Batman. I think I overcooked these suckers because the peel's starting to come off on its own. And that's going to mess up my video. So, bad potato. Do not come off. Alright, these suckers are way, way, way hot. And I'm not going to put my hands on them and burn my hands forever for a stupid video. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get prepared. Let me show you what I have to do. Okay, here's the secret of the whole process, is some water that's sitting in a bucket with ice. And the whole idea is that I will take this potato, which came out of 212-degree boiling hot water, and will be cooling down to about 100 and some degrees where I should be able to pick it up without burning my hand. And I will be soaking it in this 45-degree water for about 10 to 15 seconds. So let me see if I can even touch the potato. The potato's extremely hot, but that's okay because I want this video to be most excellent. So let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so we've got the... Yeah, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to just try this right now and see if I burn my hands, then you will witness it live on YouTube. Okay, I'm picking up the potato. Kind of hot. Ooh, really hot. Ouch, ouch. Very hot. And I'm going to put it in this... Ow! Ow! Damn! Okay, I've got way too much ice in here. I can't even get this thing in here. So the idea is to soak it in a bucket of ice for about 15 seconds. And you can already see how cool this is working. And zoomed in, my hands are wet, so I won't be able to do this without moving the ice out of the way. Soaked in there for about 15 seconds. Let's move this out of the way. And you should be able to take the potato, take your hands, put it on both sides, spin, and check that out. Look how easy that potato peeled. Except on the end, where it's a little stuck, and I don't want to burn my hand, but it should come off. It's it came off most of the way, so the video's cool. Yeah, a little stuck over there. Oops, throw that in the sink. And let's go and do the last potato, just so you can see how awesome this idea is. Very hot, very hot. Soak the potato in the ice water. It'd be better if I had a bigger container. Soak it in this ice cold water for about 15 seconds or so. Get the ice bucket out of the, whoa, that is cold, from hot to cold. Take the potato and spin in opposite directions. And that one worked a lot better. So the peel didn't want to come off on the ends of either of these too well. But there it is. That's how you peel potatoes very easily. So, what are we going to do with this? I don't know. Let's see. Can't end the video now. Let me wash my hands because I've got potatoes all over the place. And let's get out a plate and see what we can do. What can we create here? Let me try to zoom out a little bit. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to take these potatoes and I'm going to stick them on the plate. You got to do something with this. Got one of these little masher things. Let me mash this down. Ow. Okay, that doesn't want to work easily. Ugh, boy. Maybe these potatoes aren't cooked properly. I don't know. Okay, that's not going to work. I was going to make mashed potatoes, but maybe I'm not going to make mashed potatoes. What am I going to make? These things cooked for 20-some minutes. This is crazy. What can I do? I am live on TV. I'm live on everybody's computer. Let me cut these potatoes up a little bit. I could have potatoes with butter. That would be good. That would be really good. Ow! Damn it, that's hot. Whew. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say damn it. I take that back. I removed the damn it from the video. Alright. Whoa, that's boiling. Look at that. Look at the heat coming out of that. This would be delicious just with butter. Nice pieces of potato with butter, but I don't want to end my video on a doofus level. So, if I had a bigger plate, if I had been planning to do this, I probably could make mashed potatoes out of this thing. But if I try to do that now, all of this is just going to go flying all over the place. And that wouldn't be too good, would it? So, alright, there you go. That's how you peel potatoes very easily after you've boiled them. And hopefully you learned something from my cool video. Alright, I didn't want to give up and look like a fool, since everybody on here is learning how to cook with my videos. So I'm going to take these these potatoes. Ow, that plate is warm. Take these potatoes. Whoops, goes on the counter. Oopsity, oopsity. Alright, boy, doesn't that look delicious. Yikes. Alright, I was not able to press these down with that masher. This stuff is just not cooked enough. It's not cooked properly. Well, it's cooked. Let me taste it. Oh man, that's delicious. This would be incredible just with butter. But let's see if we can make some mashed potatoes. I got this mixer here, electric mixer. I'm either going to make a real mess and slam potatoes all over the place, or... Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't... Alright, that's... Don't do this. Don't do this at home. This is not the way to make mashed potatoes. Not at all. Okay, so that was a huge mistake. Now I've got more stuff to wash. Oh boy. Alright, so the last part of the video, the most important part of the video, is where you take the butter, because we're all healthy eaters. Take your butter, even though the potatoes are nice and cool now. Take the butter and mix it around on the potatoes. The stuff melted. We're getting there. You know, this video was only supposed to go for about a minute, I think. I've gone into the next century with this thing. Ow. Don't do this without protective gloves. You could burn yourself. Okay, I should have used my soft butter. It would have made things a lot easier. While this is melting, this part is soaked in butter. Let me see if this was worth it. Oh, good. 20 minutes boiling 2 potatoes on a very high heat, very high boil. And the potatoes are about 90% cooked. If I could kept this in longer, it might have been better, but it probably would have overcooked it. You can see the peel was ready to fall apart, and then what would have been the point of my video, because the peel would have come off, and this probably would have been really mushy. So that's what I've got now. I've got the butter. Butter's melting, and I can't really shut off the camera because I have butter all over my fingers, so I may as well record the rest of this nightmare. I mean, the rest of this cooking lesson. And butter's almost gone. Butter is really soft now. Melting all over the place. Okay, so this is what you get. You boil your potatoes. I ended up going for about 21 minutes or so. And the peel was really loose. You put it in the ice water. And as long as it's in the ice water, you're really not going to feel the heat from the potato. Just be really careful picking it up and getting it in there. And you saw how easily it slipped off of the skin slipped off, except for on the end. But it just did that to mess up my video a little bit. And then after that, you can cut up your potatoes, put them on a plate. You don't have to put them in a bowl and make a mess like I am. And melt the butter. And let me see how this is. Oh boy. Talk about a diabetic's dream. This is nothing but a dish of starch. The potato is really, it's still hard in some places. It's chewable, but it's not soft. So, 20 minutes on the cooking. I don't know, maybe I had it on too high. I cooked it for the right time, but maybe it was cooking at too high of a heat. Too high of a boil. So maybe you want to do, maybe you don't want to have it at a full boil, and you want to boil it longer. I had it at a very high boil, and did it for 20 minutes, and some areas of potato, they're not soft, but they're not hard. So it's not going to break my tooth, but this is a delicious meal. You should definitely make this for yourself and your family. Maybe you don't want to eat with your fingers. You might want to use a fork. That's what we do nowadays. And that concludes my video. Enjoy.